It's loading. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Warren,
And this is Jay.
and we're here to talk about the draft. Let's talk about what happened. Hey, what's going on, everybody? This is Warren,
And this is Jay.
and let's talk about this draft, Jay. So,
Talk about it.
yeah, bro. Like, I think this is a good draft. I'm excited. A lot of things happened. A lot of surprises this draft. But before we tap into that, let's go ahead and get started in the first deal that came up before like the draft even started. AJ Brown signing a 3-year extension for 96 million. Right now being one of the highest paid wide receivers in NFL history. Jay, what do you think about this?
I'm very excited to have AJ now locked in fully with the core. Now we locked Devontae, AJ, and Jalen Hurts, and we got Saquon. So I'm very excited for this. He's all the riffraff for him not being happy in Philly, wanting to get traded. Look, the complete opposite. They got an extension done behind closed doors, and out of nobody expected this. Nobody.
Yeah, that's my biggest thing. Nobody expected it, and there's been so much drama going right now without with AJ Brown, whole lot of rumors. Yo, what's going on, Doomsday? Corner Sports. How you
So
feeling? So
feeling
yeah,
it, bro.
there's been so much talk right now just about it and what everybody's like doubts are about AJ, talking about that he's been the way he's been last season. I personally am not too worried about it just because AJ Brown kind of clarified that in the middle of when he had his press conference and then when he went on WIAP for with the media, like he kind of spoke on it. And I'm glad he did that just because like he kind of just closed like all speculations people had. Like
Yeah.
that's my biggest thing. Closing up all speculations. Um that's my that's why I like AJ Brown is with the Eagles right now because you got to really think about it. Jalen Hurts is the godfather to his daughter.
Yeah.
So any type of like disagreements or anything like that, they're gonna have those conversations. Like that's just what I feel like. They're gonna have those type of conversations, and everybody doesn't need to know about it. But that's only what makes our team so great. But yeah, Jay, I like that. So you got anything else you want to touch on that?
Yeah, I want to actually show off a little new AJ item I got to the
Okay.
collections. Show off to everybody.
Yeah, go
This
for it.
came in last week because the bobbleheads you order them, but they don't come in right away. It's basically commemorating his sixth consecutive game with 125 yards. If you could put the camera on real quick, bro.
Yeah, I got you. Yeah, so let's do that.
Yeah, so you see that, and it's him doing the
Nice.
one-handed catch in the end zone.
Yeah, I like that. I like
See that?
that.
And then they
That's
limited
dope.
it numbered, so it's like numbered 31 out of like 125 out of the game. So pretty dope.
Yeah. Let's see. Doomsday Corner Sport just said that signing closed a grade plus, A plus free agency leading to the draft.
Oh,
Yeah,
absolutely,
yeah, yeah. I
absolutely.
agree with you. And the biggest thing about that signing, that just kind of just says like, hey, all that talk about trades or any speculations on that, like that's all got shut down. That
Right.
all got shut down before the draft even started.
Or
So
even him just being unhappy in Philly. Remember, there was one day, I think it was the Raw Room podcast. Yeah, I think it was the Raw Room podcast. One of my favorite
mhm.
podcasts to watch. He was on there and he said, wherever they send Jalen, send me off over there. Like you said, like him and Jalen have a great relationship. I know he wants to be in Philly. They want to get this done. They were half a game away from winning the ring together. They got to finish what they started.
They have to, bro. And then this is the thing too. These players understand that they're a championship Super Bowl team. They understand that. And not just a one Super Bowl team, like they can be competitive and be going back to back Super Bowls. Of course last year was not good. It didn't meet expectations, but at the end of the day, that's why we got a good GM to see that and make those changes necessary. So yeah, I agree with you 100%. Let's go ahead and move forward into the draft. So we'll start off with the very first pick, Quentin Mitchell, cornerback,
Wow.
Toledo.
Nobody expected the Eagles to have the top every single corner. They could have picked any corner they wanted at their pick. Not one. They did not. One corner was picked before this, so I knew they were gonna go corner. I didn't know if they were gonna go Arnold or Mitchell. Arnold or Mitchell. The only thing that concerns me with Mitchell is the whole small school thing. Same thing was
Mm-hmm.
concerns with Carson when he came out, but the NFL is one league, and he's going to be around some great mentors and Slay. And even though Bradbury's play has slipped, his mind still knows about the game. He's able to mentor Mitchell, and Slay has already publicly vouched for wanting to help Mitchell. So that's good. That's a good sign. You don't got an angry, disgruntled veteran like why they drafted a corner in the first round. We know our corners are aging. We've had corner problems for 2 decades now, you could say, because we only got good cornerback play, I would say, in 2022 when we ended up third or fourth in pass defense going into the Super Bowl year.
Yeah.
Yeah, that year. But other than that, we don't. We've had bad pass defense for years, since Lito, since those days. It's been bad. We had Asante Samuel towards the end of his career. Not in his super prime, but it's just it hasn't just been good for the Eagles in cornerback. There's been many positions they've hit on, like defensive end, D tackles, but they have cornerback is a position that's eluded them when it comes to talent. So this should put a stamp on where they're trying to move forward defensively.
No, I agree with you. And shout out to Cash. Hey
Oh man,
Cash,
what's up, Cass?
how you going, bro? Let's
Oh man,
yeah.
Cass is the originator, man. We'll bring Cass on here one day.
Yeah,
Gotta
we
bring
gotta
Cass.
bring Cash.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's got the trophies.
yeah.
Nice pick. Yeah, I agree with you, Cash.
Facts.
We moving. So yeah, so with Quentin Mitchell, I like the pickup. Um, I think this is a pickup that is going to make a change because if you really think about it, the last time the Eagles picked up a cornerback, like you were saying, it was like Lito Shepherd, I believe, and
2002.
like yeah, and these boys they were taking off. So I like this pick. I like that they're learning under vets, and I think they already kind of did the depth chart, and Quentin Mitchell's already over James Bradbury.
Oh yeah, that like if you were really just, I mean, for what Bradbury gave us last season, I think any rookie would probably fare more because he was playing like a rookie who hasn't played and which is being traumatized in the NFL. That's happened. You know what
Yeah,
he
no,
reminded me of? That Forbes guy from Washington from the Commanders when he was getting
mm,
torched by AJ Brown. You understand? And it was like that's the type of time people are on with Bradbury. Towards the end of the season, teams were just picking on him, especially late in the game when fatigue was setting in.
yeah, no, I agree with you, and yeah, so I like that pick. I'll be 100% honest with you. I really wanted Byron Murphy, but that's totally fine because Byron Murphy got picked up already before this pick. So
Yeah, he was
I'm
looking
not
good.
I'm not hating on it. I'll take it. Cash said that would be dope. Yep. I
Definitely.
think this may lead to a postseason June release. Yeah, for Trashberry. Yeah,
Definitely.
this is and I read
Possible.
something. Yeah, I read something about if the Eagles
I'm
were
laughing at the
to
Trashberry name.
release
I'm sorry.
yeah, if they were to release or cut Bradbury right now, they would be losing 4 million. But if they were to wait until the middle of the season to cut him, they would be losing 3 million. Correct me if I'm wrong, anybody. but that's what I read. But apparently, like we're gonna lose some type of money taking him away. So
Oh yeah,
I
he will take
personally
a
do
hit
not
because
mind
his
that.
contract he signed a big deal. Yeah, so
Yeah. So I personally do not mind that. That's totally fine. But let's go ahead and move into this next pick that we got. Cooper DeJean.
John.
Man, DeJohn or DeJean? How
John
we
is the
doing
name,
this?
man. This guy
Uh,
is made for.
okay.
This, listen, that name came up about 2 minutes after he got drafted, and I don't even think it lasted 2 minutes. Just right away it popped up,
I know that. Okay. Cool.
and
So
I'm happy with him because today he announced that he's willing to play anywhere in the secondary. He said, "Yeah,
yeah.
they could plug me in anywhere, and I'll play wherever." That's who we need.
Hey, J Ball said that Bradbury gone for real for real. Hey,
Oh yeah,
he is, bro. Like he is. He had his opportunity. He hey, he lost that opportunity. We got to move forward. And we all could tell when we were watching last season that the biggest issue that we had was just simply we were not young on cornerback position. We were not young. We weren't keeping up with that speed. Um, yeah, Cash. Is this gonna play? Is he gonna play safety or cornerback? That's a good one.
that's a good
Um, but
question.
yeah, but yeah, Cooper DeJean, I personally think that he will play cornerback. I think they're going to give him that opportunity just with the whole like stigma right now with cornerbacks. With Cooper DeJean or DeJean, however we call it.
I got you getting
But yeah,
confused.
but yeah, but I think they're going to put him at cornerback because think about it like this: he knows he knows what he's going up against. He knows that. So he's going to have to play better as just an individual, just professional player. He knows what he's up against, and I think this is the best person for that. Um, that's my personal opinion on that.
I think he's
Doomsday
gonna.
say
He's a
he's a
he is
tremendous athlete.
That's his
Yes.
best attribute, and I think that's why corner might fit him a lot to be able to stick with these guys and jam them at the line. But the safety room is a little crowded because City Brown's gonna come back, Blankenship is there, CJ is back, so he probably is gonna be at corner.
Now, one thing that I was looking at, and Cash just say he's a dog. I agree with you,
Facts.
and then I think he'll be a defensive weapon like they use with
He's
yes.
like a hybrid,
So
exactly.
yeah. So what they were saying about Cooper is he's a ball hawk, and with that being said, he's very IQ smart when it comes to football. I watched a little bit of his highlights, a little bit of his gameplay, and he's a smart player. That's the biggest thing. He's a very smart player when it comes to that cornerback position, and he's able to make any type of transitions needed. What makes him extraordinary is the fact that he can be cornerback, he can be safety, hell, he can be defensive end. You can put him at linebacker, wherever you put him, he's willing to play that part. And I don't think we had anybody like that. The biggest thing is I feel like he can bring that dog mentality with CJ. I truly feel that he can bring that coming in, and that's what I'm liking. That's what I'm excited about. But yeah, let's touch into a few of these comments real quick. But Jay, before we do that, Jay,
Yeah.
tell me a little bit of what you think about Cooper.
Yeah, I like I said, I think he's gonna start at corner. I think because the safety, I even forgot about Avonte Maddox with the 1 year deal, and that's not guaranteed. He always could get cut training camp or something. It's a 1 year deal, probably with not much guaranteed. But I think he's gonna start at corner. He's a tremendous athlete, and I would love to see him up on the line with some of the faster receivers, or maybe in the slot. We need a good slot corner too.
Yeah, yeah. Cash just said he plays zone very well.
Yeah, and
I
that's
agree.
gonna be good with his smarts. He's gonna be able to watch a lot of film, see tendencies, and pick things up. And that's a
Yo,
very
Jay,
good point. Very Jay, shout out to
Jay,
Jay Paul.
yeah,
That's a very,
that's a
very good
very
point.
good point.
That's something
That's a
that
good
nobody will
point.
really talk about, but it's a big point.
Yeah, that's a huge that's a huge piece to that because you got to think about Keely Ringo. Keely Ringo last year, AJ Brown was giving him shout outs saying, "Hey, like this guy is something serious." So for AJ Brown to give him like that light,
Publicly,
I think yeah, that's a huge piece. We got our boy Dennis. No call again.
Oh my
Dennis.
goodness, Dennis.
Dennis. Dennis. What are we doing, man?
This is a
Hey,
little bit
Dennis.
more spontaneous, man.
Hey, Dennis. Let me know if you want to hop on real quick. If you
Yeah,
want
you
to
can
hop
pull
on,
up.
let me know. Yeah, and then that's gonna build his character. Yes,
One
yes.
hundred
I
percent.
I agree with that 100%. That's definitely gonna build his character. That's gonna make him even better than what we think. Um, good lord. Reed Blankenship, bye bye. Hey,
Shout out to
hey,
Dennis. Dennis is Reed Blankish's #1 fan.
this might be something that we looking at. This might be something that we seeing. We don't know yet because Reed Blankenship might be having a contract coming up. And what's this? Jay, you're right. Warren don't love me no more.
Oh, here we
Yeah.
are. He said I owe you $20.
Yo, Dennis,
Yo,
hey,
Dennis,
Dennis, hit
pick
me,
up
hit
your
me up in the
phone, man. When we
messages.
call.
Yeah, hit me up in the messages, Dennis. We'll add you onto the link. Let me know. Yo, Jimmy Santiago, respect the hustle. We appreciate you, bro.
Shout out to you, bro.
Hey,
Yeah, nah, Dennis.
ah,
Shout out to Dennis too for the 3 hour stream on draft night while he was sick, man. It was brutal. I know he wasn't feeling well. He still, pulled through. Me and Warren was on his show. You guys can check out Countrywide Eagles podcast on YouTube and Facebook. We had fun with them during draft night, which is a long night.
yeah. What makes their podcast amazing too? You can talk birds talk with them on the podcast, and they also host tailgating parties at the games. So always reach out to Dennis, Countrywide Eagles podcast. These guys are legit. Definitely reach out to Dennis if you want to go out and tailgate with him. But hey, let us know. But let's see what else we got in the comments. What about the cornerback? Hey, we getting into that. That's what's next. That's what's next. Don't worry, don't worry. So yeah, so talking about the linebacking core, man. What are your thoughts on this one, Jay?
This is a sleeper pick. This is a pick that may surprise people. He may end up turning into a stud from what we hear, from we see, under the radar picks. He's definitely one of them. Again, small school guy. It worries me a bit because of competition. But if you could play, you could play, no matter where you at. There's been plenty of players who've made it from D2 or smaller D1 schools and excelled at the league.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. The biggest thing that I see out of this is it kind of answers that question why they were quick to get rid of Hassan Reddick and trade him off.
Yeah, they had a plan already to draft a guy they had their eye on. And plus, bringing in Bryce Huff is his direct replacement. Bringing this guy and Bryce Huff now together, you just got younger at that position.
Yeah. So I know we got. So if you look at our edge right now, we got Brandon Graham, we got Huff, we got Nolan Smith, and we got Josh Sweat. Now we got Hunt. So that's a heavy rotation. That can be a threat. I From what a lot of people have said, Hunt is very underestimated in his ability. It's just development that they're looking for right now. Always remember when they're doing these draft picks, they're talking about people that would be ready right now.
Yeah,
They're talking about people that would be ready to
right now,
play
not
at
a
that
year.
moment. Yeah. And so the way I look at it is, hey, he may not be ready right now, but he can still make that impact 1 year, 2 years down the line.
It's funny that you say that, Warren, because I was reading a report. I don't know if I was on Yahoo Sports, and they said he's gonna marinate behind Bryce Huff and Josh Sweat. He's gonna marinate behind them throughout the season and just season himself up to get ready for the future, because the Eagles value the defensive line. They put a lot of effort, and we have a new defensive line coach this year. So the philosophies are still going to be there as far as being tough Eagles team, but we do have a new defensive line coach, and he's going to be the one making the determination.
No, that's perfect, bro. And I forgot, what is it, Clint? What is the defensive lines
Clint
coach
Hunt,
name?
I think.
Yeah, Clint
Yes.
Hunt. I think he's a good. A lot of these coaches that they brought in, they're there to develop these players. They're not there to just like let them play, do what they do. That's what we got last year, and y'all saw the effects from that. Clint Hurt, yeah, Clint Hurt. Thank you, Dan. Um, so yeah, Clint Hurt. We
Hurt,
appreciate you, Dan.
you see so many
Yeah,
names and you mix them up. But
yeah,
listen, bro, another thing too, as Eagles fans, we got to realize we're going into a whole new era. No Jason Kelsey, no Fletcher, whole new coaching staff. Sirianni's kind of on a brink right now with the owners, with the owner. So it's just like we're all, as Eagle fans, we're going into a new era, but we're also loaded up at every single position. The depth is looking crazy. Like it's hard to not get excited about what's going on. And I feel like last season's collapse is what put Howie Roseman in overdrive. That's what put
yeah.
him in overdrive. It put him in overdrive because there's no way we were 10-1 and we ended how we ended, being the laughing stock of the NFL for the last 2 weeks. Now we're gonna end up trying to get back to the top of the mountain.
That put a fire under his ass,
Yeah,
honestly.
it did. Kind of like the Chip Kelly thing, I kind of think. Like the whole Chip Kelly when he got demoted. I think this whole collapse, because you know what? Going into the season, last season, the depth did look shaky. A lot of unproven guys, a lot of guys you don't know. And
And we felt that. We felt
we
that
felt
too.
that. We felt that. We've spoken about that. That's on camera. We've spoken about that. We felt that the depth going in was very low. This depth feels more like 2017 Eagles depth. Like you have so much guys. But also that team, we didn't expect so many guys to step up when guys were injured. We started the Super Bowl without 7 starters. So on both sides of the
Yeah,
ball collectively. So I just think that we're going into a new era and we have to value what's going on right now because we could be soaring to new heights. Shout out to
I
Jason
agree with
Kelsey,
you.
Travis Kelsey.
So let's touch in on a few of these comments. So Dennis is letting y'all know there's a ticket giveaway on his podcast.
Facts.
Tickets to the Eagles games. Definitely reach out to Dennis. Sign memorabilia.
He's
He
always
has that
doing
available.
giveaways, raffles.
Yeah, Dan Hood, we appreciate you, bro.
Thank you, Dan Hood. Thank you for tuning in, bro.
Let's see, Doomsday. We do know he is a smart young man. Being accepted to Cornell. Yes, yes, yes. Um, let's see. And then we got Kellen Moore. Better give us yes. Now, see, I don't want to tap into this a little bit too much just because we're going to be going over all the draft picks right now. But I think Kellen Moore had more of an impact on these players getting picked more than Brian Johnson did. That's my personal opinion. I feel like he had more of a they wanted a little bit more of his opinion than Brian Johnson did last year. Um, J Ball secondary was trash. Secondary was so trash, bro.
That's what we
So
said.
trash.
The Eagles have always got killed in the air, man. The run defense is relatively solid for the most part for the Eagles over the years. But that
Yeah,
pass defense, man, is always what. That's why we lost the Super Bowl because they couldn't stop anything.
yeah. And Doomsday, you're actually right. Fangio actually handpicked him. He wanted him to get picked up by us because he knew he could develop him and make him to a way that would fit his scheme. Let's move forward to the next pick, Will Shipley.
Oh man, I like Will Shipley, man.
I personally do not know too much about Will Shipley, but I will tell you this: he has gotten me points on Prize Picks. I will say that. That's all I'll put out there.
That's good.
Um,
That's good. That's a good
yeah,
thing.
yeah. So like Will Shipley, this is a good pick. He's learning under Saquon. Like, what other running back would you want to learn under rather than McCaffrey? Like, you got Saquon right there. You're learning from him, and his playing style is a little bit like Saquon as well.
Mhm.
I think this is a really solid pick. My biggest concern was with Saquon's injuries, how would we be able to kind of like offset that if we were to lose Saquon, if he was to get injured or anything of that nature? Um, hey, we did get our Christian McCaffrey
Well,
at the
when you look
draft.
at, he's real shifty. He's and those are all-purpose yards. He's a specialist also too. The thing I like about him, he's gonna be the change of pace guy, Boston Scott replacement, maybe a more subtle, faster Boston Scott. And I just think that he's gonna get more snaps this season and gain well.
Yeah, most definitely. And Boston Scott is released. I think Gainwell is not going to make it. That's just me and you. Because remember, they picked up that running back from the 49ers as
Yeah,
well.
yeah, yeah.
They picked up that running back from the 49ers. You got Saquon, and now you got Will Shipley. Like, that's three running backs like lined up, ready to go.
Yeah, I could see them
Um,
going in with 3 running backs. Remember, with some seasons we have 4. I'd rather go in with more receivers and give Jalen some more targets, as we'll get into later
exactly.
on in the picks.
Yeah. No, no, I agree. Um, let's see. So next we got the wide receiver, Smith.
Anaya Smith.
Yeah. So I feel like with Smith, we're going to be in a good position when it comes to that third wide receiver threat. That third wide receiver threat, I feel like we can make a huge impact because everybody's going to expect either Dallas Goddard getting the ball, um, Brown getting the ball, or Devontae getting the ball. Now we got another person they got to worry about, and then you can't even sleep on Jalen and Saquon. So yeah, but what are your thoughts on this
Yeah,
pick, Jay?
I like the pick. I think he got drafted a little high. His numbers are not super wowing, but there must be something that they saw and they like in him. I
Mm,
think he's more of a return guy and a project, but he's definitely gonna be battling for that wide receiver 3 spot along with everybody else we talk about.
yeah, most definitely. Um, Dan Hood mentioned a good running back from Georgia, Kendall Milton. Yeah, we actually got him on there too. So that makes it 4 running backs right now
It's gonna
that
be
are
tight in
loaded.
that room, man. It's gonna be tight.
He is another one Red Star Eagles player. Yes, yes.
Got that stamp on him.
Yeah, bro. Like it's I'm before we keep going, what would you grade this draft pick?
I,
Or what would you grade the whole draft? What would
I
you
would
grade it?
I would grade the draft a A. I would say because they hit every need, and then the fact that they got 2 of the top 3 corners in the whole draft, in
Mm-hmm.
the first 2 rounds is amazing. You got 2 projects there, and also they picked up 2 project receivers, and they picked up all offensive line projects. They picked up depth at every position that they needed, literally.
Yeah, no, I agree with you. And then we'll get into the O line. Dylan, we definitely needed another O line person just for Cam. With Cam moving over to that center position, Tyler Steen has to have some type of competition right now.
Absolutely.
Then we'll move to the offensive guard, which is
Yeah.
a real good deal. I'm excited about that because
All these
after we
guys
got
are
our
still in. They're all
yeah,
gonna be
after we got
still.
our running back and after we got our wide receiver, I was thinking like, okay, we do need offensive line. But Jay, like, sorry to cut you off, but tap in a little bit to what you think about everything.
I like the picks with the offensive line for the simple fact that Stoutland has his hands all over those picks and all over the prospects when it comes to that. I know he does because the Eagles value the trenches, and I will always say they value the trenches more than other teams. The offensive line is a position they truly, truly value, and I couldn't go without them picking somebody in the draft. When after they picked the first couple players, okay, they got to start looking that way because it's getting a little late. But one of these late round picks is gonna hit. You always get a guy in the late round who ends up being a stud. But coaching matters to me, and I just think Jeff Stoutland gets better, the best of somebody and the most of somebody.
Yeah. Doomsday said B plus on the draft. Um
Yeah,
Johnny Wilson.
yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I want to
Johnny
speak about.
Wilson
I want
would
to
be a
speak about
steal.
Johnny Wilson once we get to that because that's
Yeah.
where I feel like he could have even got drafted where Smith got drafted and would have been okay.
Yeah, we're gonna tap into Johnny Wilson, and then we got a special guest that's coming on. So we got Johnny Wilson right here, another draft pick. They said this is a big. He's a big fan favorite. He was a fan favorite for Florida State. Um, I think this is a good pick. This is a good
Yeah.
depth pick.
He's physical, very tall receiver. I believe 6'6". They believe he could even convert into a tight end. Moving
Mm,
forward, he could be one of those big receiving targets. Jalen needs those type of bigger targets because Devontae and AJ are not super tall receivers. They're both 6'1", 6'2", respectively, probably. So to have this type of target along with Goddard now is going to give the Eagles much more help in the red zone.
yeah, no, I agree with you. Um,
Yeah, he's a
my
50-50
biggest
guy. He
thing,
throw, he throw the ball up. He's gonna. I think him working with AJ and Devontae is also gonna help him develop as a player.
yeah, I think right now they know what Jalen needs, and I think Jalen works better with those bigger wide receivers, um, like Julio Jones, like those boys. Like he works better with those type of receivers. So having somebody like him will be a huge impact. Um, After that, let's go ahead and bring in our next our special guest, Dennis.
Dennis in the freaking house.
There he is. Dennis, what's going on, my friend?
I'm
So,
chopping Reed Blankenship out the roster, bro.
hey, Dennis, before we
The
tap
pick is
any
in.
further,
Reed Blankenship, bye-bye.
before we
Yo.
tap in any further, give me your grade. Give me your grade for this draft. Also, tell me who do you think was going to be the most impactful pick for this upcoming season?
You're gonna make me take my hat off and get mad.
Yo,
I give our
man.
draft grade a full F because they didn't trade Reed Blankenship. They should have traded that bum so that way they can make room for Cooper DeJean and just let him start. They should have released Avonte Maddox during the draft. I'm still mad they got rid of Hassan Reddick. Who gives a shit if they drafted this dude from Cornell? I don't like people that are smarter than me and make me look stupid. So that kid, that pick should have been Jeremiah Trotter. What's up, Doomsday? Thanks for being a sub. We appreciate you, bro. Make sure you get on them giveaways, bro. Telling you we got big stuff coming. Okay, but back to this one. I gotta worry about here. I can't.
Yeah, don't lose your thoughts.
Blankenship. Bye bye. Peace out. Going. Ta for now. Hit the bench. Sidney Brown gonna move up too. He gonna move after CJ going or whatever. It's all good. We'll be fine. We already know Sidney Brown's a goat. Trevor Keegan's cool. Trotter should have been the 3rd round pick. Fuck Will Shipley because that should have been the Trotter pick.
I think getting Trotter in 5 was actually a kind of a steal though too because
so when it comes to that, I wanted Edrin Cooper, but Edrin Cooper got picked up by the Packers. He got picked up by the Packers. That's the only thing. Now Jeremiah Trotter, we won't know if he's going to actually be effective until 1 to 2 years. But right now, the only person that's on the depth chart that's starting is Nakobe Dean. Nakobe Dean is still the starter. I don't hate you. I'm telling you. I'm telling you.
Why do you live just to ruin how I feel every day?
Yo, I'm telling you.
You don't like the Nakobe Dean either, bro?
Nakobe Dean injury prone. Bye.
Very, very
Nakobe
much
Dean,
true.
Nakobe Dean is injury prone. He's injury prone just like how Maddox is injured.
But this season though, if he could play a full season, we'll believe in him more. But bro, he has to put something together. He hasn't even put a stretch of game. I don't think he's played.
But look at it like this. They put White. They brought in White.
I'm happy with that pick.
Why's it gotta be White?
Yeah, they got what's his name from Saints?
No.
From the Saints. I forgot what his name is. Braun.
Braun.
They got him.
Braun.
Yeah, and they got Hunt, and they got Jeremiah Trotter Jr. So they're putting the pressure on the Kobe Dean to where if you get injured, there is your replacements that are ready to go.
Look, bro.
Yeah, your replacements are ready to go right now.
We gotta talk about this because now you done made me mad. Look, now you done made Jay shut his camera off. You made him mad. Look.
No, that was
how?
My daughter.
How? He's Jeremiah Trotter Jr. is Philadelphia royalty. That job is his by blood.
But listen,
wait, fuck the dude from the 40. No.
The kid has he's undersized, and there's a lot of same way Nakobe is undersized.
Who cares?
We can't fall in love with the name. That's why he landed to the 5th round, bro.
But I will say this: if you watch Jeremiah Trotter Sr.'s play tape, Jeremiah Trotter Jr. plays just like his dad.
Hold on, man.
Size or not, he plays just like his dad, bro.
Does. But
just like his dad.
Listen, I'm not saying he can't be a stud. I'm not saying that, but us Eagle fans cannot fall in love with what we saw with Joey Porter Jr.
I agree with you.
And others, sons that are. This guy landed in the 5th round. These other guys got drafted in the 1st and 2nd round. So let's just wait.
I agree with you. That's why I said Edrin Cooper would be perfect for us,
Yeah,
but he
no.
got picked up by the Packers.
I'm happy with the Trotter Jr. pick because he's gonna give it his all in Philly. You don't think he's gonna give it 120%?
Yeah,
He's
Doomsday
gonna
is
give it
correct.
120%. It's a dream, bro.
Doomsday is right. Yeah, Doomsday is
Doomsday
right.
loves me.
We will know who our starting linebacker is by the end of the season.
Doomsday loves me. He
A lot of
understands.
trial and error.
Yeah.
The
So
only trial and error there is
Because they're
is
gonna
that
start playing with
Bradbury
the
gets.
team game again, bringing Dean, and then.
but even with Bradbury's
Bradbury's
already
gone.
he's already
gone.
been dropped off the depth chart right now.
Dude, June 1st post drop. I'm telling you.
Yeah, he's already been dropped off the depth chart, and Quentin Mitchell is now leading.
Dude,
He's now
like
the starter.
the if you look at the cap breakdown, like it's a big cap hit, but it's not something that we can't get back.
Bro,
We're gonna see a cap hit off of Kelsey retiring.
people forget that we ate the largest cap hit when we released wins in NFL history. The Eagles will release anybody after that, bro. That's how I feel.
Shut up. I'm still against that fucking thing, okay?
Listen, I have nothing against Carson. I'm not one of the Eagle fans that I actually love Carson, bro. I have a bobblehead him up there. I have a bunch of Carson stuff. Carson, I will always revere him and respect him. I will always have dear respect for him. And
they should have brought him in as the backup. Let
no
him be the
hard
backup.
feelings towards that guy at all, man. None at all. It just didn't work out, man.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and talk about the undrafted free agents. I kind of wanted to show this a little bit. Quentin Mitchell celebrating with the fans.
You see, look, you got my boy's head right there with the mohawk at the bottom. I got a picture with that dude. That's my boy Jamie. He comes to our tailgates.
Nice.
That's a pretty sports guy.
These are the undrafted free agents. I know they were talking about it earlier with
I like that tight end.
Yeah, that tight end Castle. And then Dan was talking about Milton earlier, mentioned that he could be a threat in the wide receiver running back position. So these are all solid picks. These are all solid picks.
Unfortunately, I don't see Milton as a threat because he went to Georgia. So
well, hey, we'll see.
You know what? Take a good look at this picture because somebody on here is making the roster. You could put
one of them linemen, not that running back.
Castle already signed his deal with the Eagles.
Yeah,
he signed his deal already.
Even if he signed it, he can still get released. Like you can still.
Yeah, that's true.
But somebody from here is gonna make the team and be effective. There's always an undrafted guy who rises. Look at Eli Ricks last season, and even though he wasn't super effective, he came in down the stretch in certain times.
Yeah, no, that's real talk.
How funny would it be, but probably disrespectful? Put my face on this camera because it's gonna be funny what I'm about to say.
All right, don't say nothing crazy.
Oh no, it's crazy. How funny and disrespectful would it be if they put Bradbury on the practice squad?
Bro, would you doubt that?
I think at the end of the day,
I would die.
It's possible.
I would die.
It's possible. It's that or leave. The guys get cut sometimes because they don't want to take the practice squad.
Bruh, I would die.
Are you kidding me? He could definitely.
He was born to be an Eagle.
Down there too. Ain't nobody picking him up off waivers.
Yeah. Castle did get the most money out of all the undrafted free agents. I agree.
I mean, that says a lot too. That's another thing that they're not going to speak about, but it means a lot because.
Who do we got for tight ends? You got Goddard, the dude from the Jets, and then this dude.
I like listen, the Jets. What's his name?
We got
CJ
Uzomah. You know, remember him? I think he still has a little bit of sign in there to make some catches, man. Like you said, Jalen works good with the bigger targets, especially in the red zone.
Yeah. Yo, before we after we talk about these drafts, we're gonna talk about one of the big pickups.
Worry about him.
The offensive tackle from the Jets.
Okay, the thing with him was big time prospect with them. I think they drafted him very high. I think first round 2. It just didn't work out for him over there. The offensive line room over there is a shambles at the Jets. They were one of the worst offensive lines in NFL. I think him and Stoutland could do some work. He's 6'9", huge specimen. So I think that Stoutland could help with him.
He definitely put work on Barnett when we played them.
It is Barnett, Warren.
Yeah.
It's Barnett.
Hey, Barnett definitely was taking off with
Listen,
the
look,
Texans after
Mekhi
he
Becton is not a scrub, man. He's not a scrub. Like I said, players leave bad situations and end up with good coaching and end up flourishing.
Exactly. Stoutland can mold him to what he needs to be.
I don't like him because his hairline's straighter than mine.
And look, he's expected to be the Eagles swing tackle. You know, the Eagles swing tackle is definitely a effect. Like we said, they
We got
value.
Tyler Steen, bruh.
Listen, this guy Tyler Steen got his ass kicked on that first freaking thing.
He's a baby.
I understand, but the baby still got to sit back and watch the big boys play until they could play.
You wildin', Jay. You wildin'.
You know,
see, I used to have love for you,
offensive
bro.
linemen can sit for 2-3 years and then come in and still be effective. You know,
I used to have love for you, bro.
I think Tyler Steen will take the role during camp. Depending on how he plays, they will determine who's really going to be. Because you got to think about it. This offensive line, the biggest concern that we all have on offense is Kelsey leaving.
I'm not.
Who was going to?
Concerned.
I understand that, but at the end of the day, we got to know: are we going to have a solid run game after Kelsey leaves? The reason why we got rid of Swift was because Swift couldn't block when it came to passing. That's the reason why we got rid of Swift. Saquon can actually block when it comes to the passing game.
Until he blows his back out.
Yeah. So, blows his back out. That's why we got Will Shipley. You watch Will Shipley's film, he can block as well. So, these running backs that they're picking up right now, they're making sure they can actually block. That's why Boston Scott's not coming back. That's why Kenny Gainwell's job is on the line. Bro.
They should keep Boston Scott over Gainwell.
It would be cool. It would be cool to keep him. Like, it would be cool. Just like it was cool to get Jeremiah Trotter. But at the end of the day, we're here to win Super Bowls. But I feel like Jeremiah Trotter, at the end of the day, can be as much as an impact as his father was. That's the biggest thing. The thing that made Jeremiah Trotter Sr. an impact was reasons why now you can't do in the NFL.
He's a gap stuffer, man. He was a
but you can't do that anymore. The way his dad was, you can't do that in the NFL. So his son.
No, we gotta put a foam thing on our head.
Yeah, his son is a more updated version of him. Jeremiah Trotter's catching interceptions. He's sacking. He's clogging up the hole. There's so much of that he's doing that we're not seeing from the Kobe Dean.
We should change the name of the league to the National Don't Touch Me Football League.
National Don't Touch
Me. We could.
But to touch on this offensive line thing of why I'm not worried, Cam Jurgens was handpicked by Jason Kelsey.
Yep.
Tyler Steen was handpicked by Kelsey and Lane Johnson. The guy that they signed from the Falcons is decent.
Yeah, he is.
So he'll step in and start. He will step in and start where Cam was last year. So he'll line up next to Lane Johnson. That Benton dude ain't starting.
Oh, no, he's not. But that's why they said they signed him as a swing tackle. That means that you play when somebody's injured.
Yeah, but he'll be the one to. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
But how many times have we seen
he'll
Lane
be behind
get
Tyler
injured?
Steen? He'll be behind Tyler Steen.
Yeah.
No, you're right. How much has he been hurt? It's because he's getting old.
Yeah.
I wouldn't give that man no extension. I wouldn't give him no more money. I'd be telling him to take a pay cut.
Lane is coming down now. Lane's last season was the first season I could say he's coming down.
Yeah. No, I agree with you. Next, we got Jason Kelsey signing
boy
to ESPN to be the newest edition of Monday Night Football. I think this is good. This is perfect for Jason Kelsey.
Boy ain't got no filter though.
Yeah, it's to get his foot in the door. It's to get him started. Well, you know they're mentoring him and getting him ready for it. You know they're getting him ready.
So y'all remember them jerseys I found that dude that did them for like $60? And remember I told you they were kind of tight at a 3X. Jay, I figured it out why, bro. I'm mad. Them things is European cut. 3XL is not meant for fat people in European cut.
Oh man. So it does not work.
I mean, they fit, but it's snug. That's
Yes.
you wear that in the summertime. Don't wear it to a football game in the winter because you ain't putting a hoodie under that muff.
It's not gonna happen.
In the verdict, yes, I did have a severe sinus infection. Both my ears are clogged now. What else
Sound
she say?
better, bro. You sound better, bro.
She was like, I don't know how you went all last week and then did the draft because I showed her the video. She goes, "You're sick in the head." I said, "Yeah, but I do it for my people." And it was because, and then I told her that Warren didn't love me.
Hey, what do you mean, bro?
What do you mean? All right, all these great, wonderful people in here. This man said on live video, I tell you on live video, and Jay was there. Yo, man, when we go live next week, I'm gonna hit you up, and we're gonna get you on here. How were they live for like 20, 30 minutes without hitting me up?
That's what all this is about?
Yo, Warren, he takes everything so personal, man.
That's what all this is about?
Yo, we love you, Dennis. Why you take it so personal?
That's what all this is about.
My grandmom died last month. You supposed to be there for me as a friend, not leave me out.
Bro, come on. We're here with you, man.
Hey,
don't make anybody think assholes, man.
Yeah. At the end of the day, we got your back. We called
I love y'all, man.
for a reason.
Hello. We fucking
I just had to mess with you. I wanted y'all to know I was all right. Wanted to get on here, spit some bullshit.
If you're too serious, then there's a problem because you're always upbeat, bro, and full of energy. If you're too serious, there's an issue.
Yeah, bro.
No, it's just funny when I get serious because Warren gets worried. You ever see the look on his face?
Because I wonder what you're gonna say when you get.
And it's hard to. And then you said, "Don't say nothing crazy." He's like, "Oh yeah, it's crazy." Like,
yeah.
Here we go.
And then I drop the screen down, and then it's all him. Yeah. Hey, but hey, we appreciate you being on, Dennis. Countrywide Eagle Podcast.
Check them
They're
out.
hosting one of the best tailgating parties. Definitely will be out there this season.
Anybody live in Florida? If you're gonna be at the Tampa game, I'll be there. Come hang with me in Tampa. I'm gonna show you a party. Ain't no party like a fat white boy party.
Oh man, this guy.
All right, I love y'all. I'll holler at y'all later.
Yes, sir. We appreciate you, Dennis.
Hey, bro.
But yeah, Jay. So we kind of touched in on everything. Was there anything you wanted to kind of follow up and confirm with, Jay?
Yeah, no, I'm excited also too that the team has that mandatory mini camp for the first time in a while and under the Sirianni era. So all these players have to report. Let's get this new regime started. Let's see what Kellen Moore got, Fangio got. Let's see what these new coaches got, and see where we headed for 2024.
Cool. Yeah, I'm ready for it. I'm ready for that mini camp, see what's going on. But I'm excited for the season. We got additions now. We got the picks. We got the people. Now just see the results from it. But yeah, we'll be moving forward. But we'll be getting some new information soon. Definitely we'll be having some more content on Shark Card with Jay. We'll be talking a little bit more into that.
Yeah, about the Eagles collectibles and stuff.
Yeah, all that stuff. We'll be tapping in a little bit more into that. But yeah, we're the Eagles Collective. This is Warren.
And this is Jay.
Well, I'll let y'all later.